Today we are once again on the subject of the law and you. And today we are very privileged to have with us Dr. Shaber of the VM Salgaonkar College of Law, who is going to tell us all about consumer rights. We all have problems with things we buy or the services we receive. So what happens in a situation where you get a raw deal? Today we are going to discuss that, and Dr. Shaber is going to tell us, in case we are in trouble, what to do and how to get out of it. Dr. Shaber, thank you so much for being with us this afternoon. And let's go straight into the subject of consumer protection.
Yes.
So, who is a consumer as per the law?
So, according to every one of us is a consumer. From our birth till our death, we are consumers.
All are consumers?
Yes.
All right.
From our birth till our death, we are consumers in one way or other way.
Okay.
So, if you refer to the Consumer Protection Act 1986, two things are required to be a consumer. One is any person who purchases any goods or hiring of services, they comes within the meaning consumer.
So, when you say hiring of services,
yes,
what exactly does that mean? What kind of services?
Services include banking, insurance, entertainment, transport, all kinds of services. It comes under Consumer Protection Act. If any deficiency in service, then you are a consumer and you can lodge a complaint before the consumer forums.
Now, take for example, our taxis in Goa.
Yes.
They charge anything that comes to their mind.
Yes.
Could we take these people to the task for doing this?
No, unless there is the authorities should decide what is the rate, minimum rate. So if they charge above the rate, then we are consumers.
So since there is no rate at the moment, they
That's
do whatever they want.
Yes.
Okay,
so one more thing, one more important feature is that you require evidence. You require receipt. Once receipt submit before the court, then court will take evidence and you can lodge a complaint. Without evidence or without receipt, we cannot lodge a complaint before the consumer forum.
So suppose now take this taxi case.
Yes.
There is no receipt system in Goa.
Yes.
But suppose I insist on getting a written receipt from you. Would that be enough?
Yes. If you get a receipt with his signature and with the name of the transport and who is the person, the taxi number, everything. Yes, you can lodge a complaint.
Now, doctor, tell me, suppose there is a situation where I buy a product.
Yes.
What is the minimum value that is applicable to go to the consumer rights?
As per the Consumer Protection Act, there is no limit. There is no minimum limit. Even for 1 rupee, even for 50 paise, we can lodge a complaint before the consumer forums. So, for example,
you mean the authorities have time to look at 1 rupee and 50 paisa?
Yes, there are cases.
Really?
There are cases. Even a person just for 10 rupees against the BSNL went to the consumer forum and he got consumer justice after 14 years.
After 20 years?
14 years.
Wow.
After 14 years he got justice. And he was happy saying that I got my amount back. I got justice from the consumer forums. For 10 rupees, he went to the forum.
Yeah, but doctor, think of 10 rupees and think of the time you spent on that.
Yes, that's right, but what happens, there is no alternative for us. Unless somebody come forward, unless somebody fight for justice, justice is not going to end for others.
All right. Now, I have a problem. I stay in South Goa.
Yes.
Where do I go if I have a problem?
If you are having a problem, you can go to the forum which are available in South Goa, opposite to District and Sessions Court. South Goa Consumer Dispute Redressal Forum.
All right. And if it is in North Goa?
In North Goa, we are having a forum, we can say here in Pororim, behind the Sai Service, that is the hosting board commercial complex.
Okay. So, if you are in South Goa, that is, the place is Margao.
Yes.
And if it is in North Goa,
Pororim.
that is behind Sai Service, that means in Pororim.
Yes.
All right, okay.
And besides this, we are having one more forum, that is a State Commission. The office is in the 4th floor, Junta House, June 18th Road.
So, in which case you go to Junta House and in which case you go to Purvari?
Yes. If a person is not happy with the orders passed by the district forum, he can go to State Commission.
Okay, okay. And is there any high thing after that?
No, above State Commission, we are having a National Commission at New Delhi.
And where is that?
Then New Delhi.
Oh, you go to New Delhi?
New Delhi, yes, National Commission.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And from National Commission, you can prefer appeal to Supreme Court.
Okay. Now take my situation. I have a complaint.
Yeah.
I go to the Porvari.
Yes.
And do I have to pay any fee for that?
In the beginning, there was no fee, but as the time passes, they lay down certain fee structure, court fee. The amount when you go to district forum, the amount is in case of 1 lakh rupees, no fee in case of BPL line.
So if it is up to 1 lakh, no fee.
BPL people, no fee. If other people, it is only 100 rupees fees.
All right. Okay.
And before the district forum, the fee may start from 100 rupees, it may go up to 500 rupees.
Right.
Maximum is 500 rupees before the district forum.
So I have this situation where maybe I spent 500 rupees, okay?
Yeah.
And I go to Porvari. What is the procedure I have to follow to be able to register my complaint? What are the things that particular court will ask me for?
Okay. So if you refer to the court, the first and foremost point is that you have to first issue a legal notice to the opposite party.
Okay.
Okay. Once you issue legal notice and there is no response from the person, other side, just you can take a plain paper and write your complaint, attach your documents and submit before the Consumer Forum of North Goa.
Okay.
And you have to submit 4 copies of the complaint,
All right.
plus additional copies as per the opposite parties,
Okay.
and nothing else.
And I have to pay that fee.
Yeah. If the amount is above 1 lakh, below 1 lakh, no need to
I
pay any
don't have to
fees.
pay any fees.
Yes.
Okay.
And if it belongs to BPL line, no need. But if you are not belonging to
What
BPL
is
line,
BPL?
below poverty line.
Oh, I see.
Yes. For them, no fee. Up to 1 lakh.
So what is the poverty line? What is the limit?
Each government, if for example in Goa they mentioned about the people who are getting the income, so they inform that below the level mentioned by the government, it will bring under the category below poverty line.
So if somebody doesn't earn money,
Yes. And he has no financial, the financial capacity is very
what
low.
about retired people? They don't earn.
But as per the law, nothing is mentioned about retired people.
Okay. So I've done the procedure. Would it be better for me
Yeah.
to hire a lawyer to register this complaint, or should I go just by myself?
It's very good what you asked. According to the Consumer Protection Act, there are 3 objectives of the Act. It should be simple, speedy, and inexpensive justice. Justice should be inexpensive. That means that no need to hire advocate.
Okay.
If a person is capable and he can argue the case, he can argue by himself. No need to appoint any advocate. But look into scenario at present. Opposite party is always multinational corporations like BSNL, housing corporations, housing societies. So in this situation, consumer is not in question, and because of his illiteracy, he cannot argue the case. So as a consequence, he is landing in appointing the advocate, and it is becoming expensive in course of time.
So if the item that I'm fighting for is 500 rupees,
Yes.
I'll have to pay the lawyer 500 rupees. So what is the point of all this?
Not 500 rupees, it may be more than 500 rupees.
Exactly.
The only thing that because of you, and if you get justice, so others, it may lessen for others, not to cheat,
Okay.
not to cause, not to do any unlawful practices in the marketplace.
So the matter has gone to the court now.
Yes.
And is there something in the law that says as you said, it is speedy?
Yes.
What is the definition of speedy? I mean, how fast should the case be decided?
So when the law was made in the year 1986, the time limit was 3 months. That is, means 90 days that dispose the complaint. Or it may 5 months. That is, you can say 150 days, where the product requires analysis, or you have to send it for testing. So time limit is 3 months or 5 months. But unfortunately, majority of the forums in India does not follow the time limit laid down under this Act. Sometimes it may be even 1 year or 2 years. People are happy saying that at least they are getting justice within 1 year or 2 years regarding a consumer complaint.
All right. Now, has the complaint to be registered always on paper, or can we also go online?
So even you can file online applications.
They will,
Yes, they'll accept it. Yes. And even there are toll-free numbers of National Consumer Redressal Forums.
So those of you who feel that you have a very serious problem on your hands and you cannot go to Porvari to register your complaint, you can actually submit your complaint online, and there are toll-free numbers to help you with that. So this is something which most of us don't know about, but yes, you can, and you can get speedy justice on this matter. Now, let me take an example, Doctor. Suppose that I buy a laptop from Amazon online.
Yes.
Okay, and it is faulty. I tell Amazon that please change this or give me a replacement. They ignore me totally.
Yeah.
Would that be sufficient the same for me to register a complaint?
Yes.
Is there a time limit for the company to
Initiate.
yeah?
So if you refer to Amazon, so generally Amazon is only one of the best websites where you may get replacement.
Yeah.
And whenever you receive product, if you feel that it is defective, you can give within six days. You can send it back to the Amazon company,
Right.
and they reimburse your money, or they may send a new product.
Yeah, but that's exactly
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Suppose they don't.
If they don't, you can file a complaint before the appropriate authorities.
No. When they don't,
Yes.
are they supposed to tell me why they have not?
Yes, they have to, because you have to keep a communication. Whatever we can say emails you send, all the things you keep as evidence to produce before the consumer authorities.
So that means this has to be online.
Yes, online type, whatever the
alright,
information.
okay.
So besides that, there is time limit to file a complaint.
Okay, take another situation. Suppose I buy a particular product, and the first week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, it goes perfectly all right.
Yes.
Then bang, it's off.
Yes.
What do I do in such a situation?
So even for example, after 3 months, the product is defective. Your having time up to 2 years, you can lodge a complaint. Within 2 years, you can lodge a complaint.
After 2 years?
Within 2 years. Within 2 years, you can lodge a complaint. Even after 2 years also, you can lodge a complaint, but you have to satisfy the authority why there is a delay in approaching the forum.
Okay,
Two years is time limit.
but in that case also,
Yes.
I have to first go to the company.
Yes, first you have to address to the company, write letters and get reply from them, and all these things will make you as evidence. And this evidence is useful
Alright,
before the
okay,
forum.
okay. Now, there is the news tells us these days that the parliament has passed some new laws for consumer protection.
Yes.
Can you enlighten us on what actually are the new laws and to what extent it is helping us?
Okay. So we have seen about the change in the marketplace.
Yeah.
Earlier we are going to the shop and we are purchasing the products, and person says that okay, what you want, and say that I want so and so soap. He remove the soap and give it to us. Now you came with the situation, you are going to markets and you are in malls where you are going to pick the products by yourself. And tomorrow if there is any defect in the product, we don't know is it good or bad. So in that situation, can you lodge a complaint?
All right.
And even now we are doing transactions online.
Yeah.
Just now what you mentioned about Amazon.
That's
So
right.
it's online transaction. So in this situation, how the forums are going to help us? So you have to protect the consumers. The Indian government, the parliament made a new law, that is the Consumer Protection Amendment Bill 2019. And this bill was passed by both the houses of the parliament, and it also got the assent of President of India on 5th August 2019.
Okay.
So once it becomes an act, Consumer Protection Act 2019, and this act is going to replace the previous act of Consumer Protection Act of 1986.
So you as a teacher of the law feel that this new amendment to the law, in fact it has become a new law by itself. It's a good thing for the consumer?
Yes, it's a good thing for the consumers. All modes of transactions, offline or online, or it may be telephonic transactions, or it may be e-transactions, or it may be any transaction. Now you can bring before the consumer forums.
So let us say now a company, like you see on TV and newspapers and billboards and all that, advertising a particular product, and that product actually is not really consumer friendly.
Yes.
So can I, as a consumer, not because I bought it, but I know this product is faulty,
Yes.
can I raise a complaint about this?
So regarding misleading advertisements, definitely you can raise the issues. Or
But that would not be in the court. It would be
no, under the new Amendment Act, they are going to introduce a new area, that is mediation. It is an alternative dispute resolution mechanism. So under this mechanism, with respect to misleading advertisements, we can try to mediate and solve the problem. If you are not happy, then you can approach the consumer forums.
Doctor, most of our viewers are not familiar with mediation.
Yes.
So what is this mediation you are talking about?
So two parties can have a mediator, and who is a person who is well versed in the mediation, and the person will try to decide the matter between two parties.
Is that under the law?
It's under the law. At present now they brought under the Consumer Protection Amendment Bill 2019.
Oh, I see. So
Yes,
now,
yes.
And who would be the mediator? Who will appoint the mediator?
The appointment will be both the parties should say yes,
Mutually agree.
agree.
And he should be a lawyer?
No, he may not be a lawyer. He may be a person who is well versed in the mediation process.
Okay, all right, okay. Now, this product is faulty,
Yes.
and the company has advertised it. Would the company have to pay a penalty if it is decided that yes, it is not a good product?
Yes. Now, under the new Amendment Act, penalties are laid on even with respect to manufacturers, endorsers, and people who are involved in such activities.
Okay.
The penalty is imprisonment, which may goes up to 2 years,
Oh,
and fine, which may extend up to 10 lakh rupees.
so if the product is faulty
Yes.
and the company is advertising this product, they can be charged up to 10 lakhs.
10 lakh rupees. First time
Or even be put in prison.
imprisonment.
This is pretty serious.
Yes. This has come under the new Amendment Act.
Now, Doctor, there are many film stars. We see Amitabh Bachchan and all these guys very often promoting all sorts of products. Suppose one of those products are not right. Can he, Amitabh Bachchan, be sued for that?
No, the new Amendment Act says that even endorsers are liable under this Act. The penalty is same in such situation.
So he can be charged
Yes.
up to 10 lakhs or even
10
go
lakh
to
rupees,
prison.
yes. If he does the act second time, the penalty is more.
Oh,
5
I
years
see.
imprisonment and 50 lakh rupees fine.
All right, my goodness. So that's pretty serious, isn't it? I
And
mean,
because of the, I think we come across many problems regarding endorsement by the film stars.
so generally, you would say that the Consumer Protection Act in India
Yes.
is very favorable for people like the buyer and not the seller. Now, what is really bothering me, though you say speedy,
Yes.
you say sometimes it is not speedy.
Yes.
So, where are we as far as the law is concerned?
See, if you refer to the objectives are very good when they made it. But in course of time, because of more and more complaints are coming, it's becoming difficult for the forums to dispose the matters within time. And even sometimes the forum does not have infrastructure. The chairperson are not appointed, members are not appointed, as a consequence they are delay. So nowadays the government has taken proper care to appoint the authorities in time. So nowadays they are coming speedy compared to 10 years or 20 years. Now the matters are disposed within 3 to 4 years if you go to consumer forums.
Doctor, I'm going to ask you a peculiar question. You are saying that it is the government's responsibility to appoint people on time.
Yes.
Now, very often it happens, even in our government here in Goa, nothing happens on time. So, who is going to charge the government, and under what law can you charge the government?
No, only so we have to enforce the government to do their duties. If the government is not going to enforce if they are not performing their duties, we cannot challenge. And only thing that you can go to High Court or Supreme Court saying that non-appointment and dependency of cases are more.
Okay. I believe your college students also help people who have got problems in the consumer forum. Can you please tell us, for the benefit of all our listeners today, that what should a person do to meet your students and submit a complaint and get them to help the person who has got a problem?
In our college, we started a consumer rights clinic.
Okay.
We started almost 10 years back, and this clinic is functioning for the last 10 years.
It's called Consumer Rights.
Consumer rights clinic. So besides theoretical aspects of law, students are going to the consumer forums to learn the practical aspects. So the consumer forum is the only forum where people can represent by themselves. And even students can approach and they can argue the matter on behalf of the consumers.
All right.
So till now we got around 22 complaints.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And out of the 22 complaints, 4 complaints are solved by mediation, we can say negotiation.
Okay.
Without going to the forum, without going to the court, we solve the problem by issuing notice to the opposite party.
Right.
And opposite party responded and they said that yes, we are going to settle the matter. In 5 cases, we went to consumer forum, 4 judgments are in our favor, and out of the 4 judgments, 1 case went to State Commission.
Okay.
And recently, 1 more case we filed before the State Commission.
All right. So you heard it from the expert of the college itself. if you find that it is little cumbersome or difficult to go to the consumer forum yourself,
Yes.
go to VM Salgaonkar College, meet the relevant people there and say that you need help. And they'll do this for you free of charge. Am I right, doctor?
Yes, yes,
free
yes,
of
free of
charge.
charge.
So you already have a kind of a lawyer freely available for you if you find that you have not been given a fair share of the deal. And this it involves not only buying your product, but it also involves services. So if, for example, a builder is giving you trouble about handing over the flat to you on time, you could go to this forum at the college and they will help you settle the matter with the builder through a mediator or through the court. And last but not least, it is a free service. It is a service to the public, and VM Salgaonkar College has taken a major lead in this direction to help people, especially those who find it difficult to deal with law or to pay monies to the court or to appoint a lawyer, etc., etc. So take advantage of this facility, because this is something that we need to help each other. Doctor, what is your final advice to us in terms of this particular law or anything relevant to this law?
Okay, whenever as a consumer, when I go to shop to purchase a product, purchase any goods, it is my duty to ask for bill. If I don't ask a bill, tomorrow I have no right to approach the forums. It's difficult for me to get the remedy before the consumer forums.
So
it's mandatory to obtain a bill.
And is it mandatory for the
yes, even the shop seller to give bill? Yes, it is
mandatory.
It is mandatory. But many times we have no time and we say that okay, chalta hai. This attitude of consumers. As a consequence, we are screwed in the marketplace. And the seller is taking advantage. Without giving bill, he can manipulate.
No, but doctor, there is a double-edged sword here. Nowadays, bills have this GST business.
Yes.
So how do you settle that matter?
So you're right. For example, I'm giving my example only. I went to purchase a laptop from the market. He informed that it is costing 40,000 rupees. So if you want software, original software, you have to pay 7,000 rupees extra. Without software, I can provide you, but amount then I asked him, so if without software, how I can use the laptop? He said that don't worry, I'll give you pirated software, it will work. If any problem comes, what to do? He said don't worry, you can come back, I can reload it.
Okay.
And because 40,000 rupees and 40,000 rupees, what I think, so 40,000 rupees, okay, 7,000 rupees, I can keep myself.
So you bought a laptop for 40,000
No, I bought for 47, but I'm saying that there's a tendency of human beings.
Okay.
7,000 rupees I'm getting benefit, why to waste the money?
So you didn't get a bill at all?
No, I got the bill.
For 40,000?
47.
For 47?
I purchased for 47.
Including the software?
Including software. And many people as a student, they say that why to pay extra amount? Let us not to take bill and let us pay only 40,000 rupees and get the laptop. Tomorrow problem comes, he may help you once, twice or thrice. Then afterwards, big problem comes, where to go?
All right. So you heard that again from the expert. When you buy a product, make sure, GST or no GST, make sure you have a receipt. Because once you have a receipt, your hands are strengthened to go to the consumer forum within 2 years of buying the product.
Yes.
And you are then safe because you are quite likely to get your money back or a brand new laptop or whatever you purchase for that matter. Thank you, Dr. Shaber, for your kind advice on these matters, because our listeners will definitely benefit today knowing three things. One is that there is a very strong law. Two, that it's supposed to be speedy. Three, you can go for mediation if required. And then you can always use VM Salgaonkar College students to help you out. It is brilliant.
Definitely, we are ready to help the the public who are having any consumer problems. They can approach our college and we'll help them in getting consumer justice through our consumer rights clinic.
Wonderful. Thank you, doctor. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.